how come nobody has invited me to a fucking mahjong game? Like, what the hell? And then I had my own little existential crisis where I'm like, why am I always the person who has to invite everybody anywhere?
Hi, I'm Cheryl Maderos.
And I'm Colleen Hungerford, and this is the Inspire Her Collective podcast and community for the whole woman, mind, body, soul, and business.
It's humor infused, as real as it gets, inspiring, and you'll walk away with real, usable tools for life and business.
If you love what you're hearing, please share with a friend, subscribe so you never miss an episode, and rate and review wherever you listen.
And if you find yourself wanting more inspiration and authenticity, visit our website to learn how to join our nationwide community. Let's dig in.
I have
Yes,
a
go on.
question. Have you played Mahjong yet?
Okay. I have not, and it is quite the rage here, and I don't know why I haven't. It's quite honestly, I don't know why someone hasn't invited
I'm
me to
blaming
play
me.
mahjong. Like, what the hell? Okay, I will.
I am obsessed. Okay, friends.
Like,
I went to a Compass retreat in 30A, Florida, like Santa Rosa Beach area, Florida,
yeah,
what do they call that, peninsula? On the up top part. Anyways, panhandle.
panhandle,
It definitely wasn't a
panhandle.
peninsula.
Mhm.
Such a fun trip. And sidebar, all of my transactions this year have an agent referral. I have been referred every single transaction that I have done, which is great. It's
Yes,
great. And it's kind of a
that's
bummer
my
because you have
favorite.
to pay like a quarter of that commission out to someone else. But also, like,
Give it to me.
I'd have
It's
0% of this
okay.
business without these people. So, like, super grateful for it. Which also,
Correct.
they say in marketing, here's an epiphany, like, double down where your business comes from. Well, my business comes from agent to agent referral out of area, which means I need to double down on my retreats and my out of like my events out of the area, which is legit because I love that. So anyways, 30A was
Yes,
like, great, we're going.
I
Agent
love that.
event, did it. It was fabulous. Signed up for a Mahjong event while I was there. It was so fun, but it was so
Oh,
stressful because
okay.
I like to when I'm competitive, and like my head was spinning. I was so overwhelmed with the rules and the game. But it was fun enough and like adrenaline enough that I wanted to chase that. I wanted to chase that adrenaline again. And so I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how to play that again because I really liked it. So then I found an app that I could play like robots and learn the game there. And so I was
Yeah.
practicing
Okay.
there. And then one of my friends here's mom was coming up and she plays Mahjong all the time. She's like, my mom will come teach anybody who wants to learn. So I went and did her class. And now I feel like I know how to play Mahjong. And I want to play all the time. And so I bought my own tiles and my own mat. And then I bought this mini Mahjong game
Oh my
that
God.
like is for the kids and they're obsessed with it now. And like my family is going to be like a gaming family. I recently heard on Armchair Expert, my favorite podcast to listen to other than ours, of course. It's Dax Shepard and this girl, Monica Padman. Anyways, he and his family, he's married to Kristen Bell. They have 2 kids. And when they go out to eat, they always play Spades, this card game Spades, which I've played a little bit on my phone, but I
Yeah.
don't really know how to play it. And I haven't taught the kids that yet. I think my kids still might be a little too young. Also, we're 5, not 4. Anyhow, he was saying that was like the
Yeah.
biggest like level up their family ever did was teaching their kids games to play. Because now when they like go out to restaurants, like they're always having fun and playing games and like what a fun experience. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to do that. And so we bought this mini Mahjong and all of my kids have figured it out. Emmy had been watching me play Mahjong on my phone and she's like, Mom, this is the hardest game. This is so complicated. I don't understand it. And then I got her like, it's like watered down. It's not as complicated as the adult Mahjong. And it's great. And they're all learning it and they'll be ready to level up soon. And Alex and I played alone last night and that was so
God.
fun. And I'm just like
Oh
the
my God.
happiest little Maj mom ever. This is the best.
Oh my God. I literally, it's so like you will see so like coffee shops, you'll see women in there like playing mahjong together. Like they've got the whole setup and like there's all these clubs that are like popping up. And the other day I was literally like, how come nobody has invited me to a fucking mahjong game? Like, what the hell? And then I had my own little existential crisis where I'm like, why am I always the person who has to invite everybody anywhere? But
It's who
that's
I
just who
am
I am,
too. Like I'm
right?
not going
I
to
think
wait.
that's just
I'm just going to
who I
do.
am.
Like we're activators on
Yeah.
the Clifton Strings. Like
Yeah.
we don't sit back and wait for
Yeah.
things to happen. We just do things.
Yes.
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 And there's
We
lots
just
of
do it.
clubs and stuff. You
It's
could
just
just like
yeah. So
go
I'm
to
like,
one.
I just
Yeah.
need to
And
join.
let me tell you,
Yeah.
how
I could
good for
literally just
business
sign it.
this is. So I am a relationship based marketer. I want to meet my clients by like meeting them, interacting with them, and us liking each other. That is how I grow my business in addition to agent referral. And so at my very first local Mahjong thing I went to, that lesson, wouldn't you know, I picked up a buyer. It's good for
I love
business
it.
too.
Okay,
I
I'm sold.
also,
I'm sold. I'm about to look up local
yes, please look it
mahjong
up. Wow, look at your phone case.
thing.
Is this another TikTok buy? Looks so
Oh my
square.
god. Oh, I've had this for a while. Isn't
Is
it
it
fun? It
big?
is
Like thick? It
square.
looks
It's
thick.
by, yeah, it's pretty big, but like, I don't know. I've got the big phone, so, but I love it. I love the square. It's an iPhone, and everybody's like, "Is that an iPhone?" I'm like, "Yeah," but it is the case is
Interesting. Oh yeah, I
rectangular.
guess that's not a square.
I forget what it's called. Lux Link. I don't know, something like that. You can get them on Amazon. I did, but I love it.
Fabulous.
It's so fun. Anyway, yeah, I will look up, just join a club, or I'll
Well,
just
that's
start
the other
one.
thing I did was I messaged in my
That's
Santa
usually how it
Margarita
goes.
group. My
Yeah,
my girlfriend owns the restaurant locally here in my little town that I live in, and he's a chef from LA.
yeah,
He's fabulous. We're a small town, like burgers and fries has always been that restaurant, but like he's so much better than that. You know, like he can make so much more. I really want him to stay. Even his burgers and fries are way better than anything that restaurant's ever had in town, and I really need them to succeed because I now have an easy place to stop for food. So I really need that restaurant to succeed. So,
yeah.
and I love them and I want them to be successful. So I'm always trying to help.
That's the
It's the
patio
porch, but close. The porch. Yeah.
porch.
So, and Nikki is an InspireHER member, the owner of it. And so I'm always like,
Yes.
I drive business there whenever I can. And so she wants to learn Mahjong too. And I was like, okay, well, what if I do like Friday Mahjong hours at the porch where it's just like a standing thing? I can be there alone. I could play, like I'll just be there for like 2 hours and put an open invite out. So I go in the Santa Margarita community group and I'm like, where are all the Mahjong players? Does anybody want to do like standing porch hours? And the post has like 40 responses on it. People are so excited. And so I'm going to start Mahjong hours,
God.
which is another way for me to farm my little community and like become a person that like everybody knows.
Yes.
And I'm really excited. So I'll even sponsor like everybody's first drink.
I
I'm
think
like,
that's so
whatever,
fun.
let's go.
Yeah. That
Oh,
sounds
not
great.
okay. So if you're a
What?
realtor, this or like just
Oh,
a
what?
business owner that like wants to market to your sphere, I was on my call this morning and somebody had this great idea. So we have a dump trailer that we use, and like someone was talking about how like it's all the rage that people are ordering these dumpsters to just like minimalize their house. Like people will be like, for my birthday, buy me
Yeah.
a rollaway
Yes.
dumpster.
Yes. You see it
Yeah,
all on
and so I
Instagram.
was like, "Well, we just have a dump trailer." And someone was like saying like, "Oh, I could just text my sphere and be like, we have a," or my neighborhood like, "We have a rollaway this week if you want to come dump anything." Like, what a great value add. And so then I was like, "Well, we always have this dump trailer. Why aren't I not just like setting up a weekend day where I can tell my clients like sign up if you want us to swing by and you can throw things in the dump trailer before we go to the dump." And then someone was talking about how everybody always has that goodwill
Yeah.
pile. And I was like, "Oh my god, my husband could tow the truck with the dump trailer. I could bring my pilot with all the seats down and I could be like, throw the trash in my husband's, throw the donations in mine, and we just like do this little like parade to whoever signs up's houses." And I was like, what a fucking value add
Come to
that would
my
be
house.
for my clients.
Come to
Like,
my house.
think about that. Yeah,
It's like my
send past
dream to
clients
have,
an email that says like
yeah.
sign up for this Saturday if you want to swing by. We've got room for 5 stops. Like, how happy would my people be?
Oh my God. And it's so hyper local.
Hmm.
I love that too.
And
Like,
we need it
that's
too. Like we're always
genius.
dumping trash. We
I,
actually rural life stuff, guys. The Maderoses do not have trash service. Do you know that about me? We don't like roll our cans to the street.
no.
We don't have trash
What?
service. We live a mile and a quarter from the road. The trash trucks don't come up here. So we would have to take trash cans a mile and a quarter down our driveway to get trash service. That's
Goodbye.
stupid. We're
Good
not doing
fucking
that. So we just
goodbye.
have a dump trailer and we do dump runs every couple months with all of our trash. So it's kind of
Oh my
gross,
God.
but
You know what people do
also
here? You know what people do here? They
they
burn a
trash
lot of their
shit.
trash here. It's like not very
I
good
wouldn't
for the
think so.
environment. But I think that's what people, that's what like, and I'm
That's
not
what you're
saying
doing
that's
in
what they're doing
Carmel.
in Carmel. No
Does
one's
everybody
doing
just
that
take
in
their trash in the
like
backyard and burn it?
in, in the like rural areas, or they'll burn. I guess they're also like burning like leaf piles and backyard shit and stuff like that. But still, sometimes I'm like, this can't be good for the environment. This can't be a good. safe for anybody. So don't burn your trash, everybody.
And feel for the Maderoses without trash service. Just feel bad for us.
I cannot believe you don't have trash service. I mean, we have once a week trash service and our shit is like overflowed every week and we have two trash cans and a
I'm
recycling.
trying to be a
It's
lot
wild.
better
I can't even believe
about
it.
all this. I feed all our scraps and like leftover food to the animals, to the goats and stuff. And so that helps, like that's a
Yeah.
big portion. And I know that we had that gal on, Jessica Jolston, like a couple years ago, and she was all about the environment and like sustainability and stuff. And she encouraged me to get a
Yes,
composter,
yes.
or that conversation. I was inspired. I bought a composter that just now finally got
I
put
love
together and I've
compost.
not used once yet. But I also have the animals and I feed the animals the stuff. But I was,
Is it
yeah,
one of those
exactly.
spinny things? Is it one of those
So I have
spinny? Yeah,
one,
okay.
but I just feed the animals
I've always
instead.
wanted one of
But I'm
those.
going to learn how to compost. But I'm kind of
Yeah.
essentially doing the same thing. Like I'm not, because they say like the
Yeah.
dumps and stuff are so full of food waste, and like there's an alternative to that we don't have to use. So then I was at the kids' school the other day watching the lady prep like cucumbers and stuff, and I'm watching her throw the ends and the part she cuts off just in the trash, and I'm like, gosh, if we could get, and I've been at hotels, this is all comes to my mind, epiphany since having Jessica on. I'm at a hotel watching like the breakfast stuff just get thrown in the trash. I'm like, if they just had like a food waste,
So
if
much
they just
food
had a
waste.
food waste trash can as well, then like those machines you see on Instagram.
So it gets complicated though. Yeah, like those so when those first came out, it was during COVID and that like that like
Yeah.
countertop composting thing, they were like $500 and they're very small. So I was like, this seems like, and at that point we had chickens, so we took a lot of our uh, fruits and vegetables to the chickens. Now, what gets complicated composting is there's a lot of things you cannot put in the compost. And with food waste, there's a lot of things that you can't feed to animals. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's where it gets a little bit tricky because there's like a lot of, but then it all becomes waste regardless. I think there's got to be, I grew up, and we've talked about this before. I grew up in Marin County, which was very hippie during the 80s. It was like rich hippies, which is in California, in case anybody doesn't know. Marin County is just north of San Francisco. So it was like literally like rich, yuppie hippies, if that even makes sense. But we were like, you recycle separate containers for everything. I mean, they're like it is now, but this was 40 years ago, right? Like paper container, compost, recycling, this container, that container, blah, blah, blah. And then there used to be the dump. All the composting and food waste, they had pigs at this literal dump. Like the dump had pigs, and all the food waste would go to the pigs, and then everything would go onto these conveyor belts. And there were humans in there separating recycling versus
We have that
trash versus
locally.
this
The
versus that.
the humans we
I
have
don't know.
locally.
I don't know. I was like, if they still do that. Yeah, like if they still do that. But when I came out here, they don't have a green bin out here.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys have the green bins? So, like, there was no, I mean, who cuts their grass more than fucking Midwesterners? No one. So, all the green grass clippings and trees and shit, like, you either have to put it in bags and then they come and take it. And I think they just put it in the dump, or you just put it in your trash can, which I think you're not supposed to, but people do. So, that was very shocking to me. But there's a lot of work that goes into understanding what goes into what when it comes to like recycling and composting, which is why people are just like,
Right.
fuck
Well, I
it,
feel like Whole Foods does a good job at this. I'm
But
going
I
to give
love
one shout out
composting.
to whatever that guy's name is. But Whole Foods does a good job of like labeling their 3 trash cans. We eat lunch there a lot. And so like
Yes.
if there was a little
Yes.
bit more of
Okay.
that, our local trash service, I'm actually friends with the girl that runs this department of our local San Luis trash service, but they're doing a lot to try and educate, like especially businesses. Like they're bringing in like explanations that you can put on the trash cans to try
Yeah.
to educate, because I do think in education is like a
Yeah.
really big piece of this. It's
Starbucks does that too, right?
who?
They have 3 different
Oh yeah.
bins,
Mhm.
Starbucks. Because it's like some stuff you think would go into
Yeah.
recycling can't go into recycling,
Yeah, education I feel like is
whatever.
the biggest part of it. I do feel like there has to be something where there's like local food waste could like go to farms and like certain things. Like there's got to be a way to do that. I had another thing I just wanted to say,
There's got to
and
be
now I
somebody doing
apologize, but
that.
it's left my brain because I'm in
Okay.
perimenopause.
Oh my God.
Tell
So
me.
guess what? I'm not
Are
in
you in menopause?
perimenopause. I no,
You're just fertile
I'm
Myrtle,
just
young lady.
just tired.
Oh, they're saying
Just
your
tired.
hormones aren't
Yeah. So
chaotic
I went and
yet?
got all my
Okay.
blood work done. My hormones are okay. We were talking to what's her name? What was the lovely woman's name who we
I think
just
it was
had on our show? Can't
Dana.
no.
Hold on. I can tell you in a minute. Hold,
No.
please.
Dana's coming up.
No, we must not have recorded that day. Hold, please. Was it last week? God, my life is just.
Jennifer.
There it
Jennifer
is.
Dent Brown. Jennifer Dent Brown. And we were talking about like, so my doctor put me on like a little bit of testosterone, just like topical testosterone. But actually, my hormones are fine. But what they found out was my vitamin D was like dramatically deficient. And those symptoms also are very similar to like what perimenopause symptoms are. And I was like, okay. And I also have been put like I'm starting to take more of these adaptogens, which are like natural ways to help like your
I
mood
quit telling you to tell
and
me. Tell us.
hormones. Oh, okay. Well, they're like I take a morning one and I take an evening one. So I don't know what they're called, but
Oh, but they're morning and evening.
they're
It's okay.
downstairs.
Okay, so my vitamin
One
D
is for morning because it like balances your mood. It helps you balance your mood and your like it helps your body. Here's the difference. I don't want to say it balances your mood. It helps your body handle stress,
is it like ashwagandha
right? Like
mixtures,
the
stuff like that? Yeah.
it's like
Mixed with
ashwagandha, yeah,
yeah.
turkey tail or the fuck the shit, like all those mushrooms and whatever. And then the nighttime one is like a is similar, but then also I think it's like magnesium and blah 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 to help you sleep a little bit better. And they really work. But also anyway, so she was saying this whole vitamin D thing, but here's the tricky thing is that like, now I'm obsessed with like my turkey neck, which I'm trying to like figure out how to handle without having a facelift, but probably gonna have to have a face. Don't have to do anything, but mm, the only way to really handle it is like literally a facelift. But so now I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like work on my skincare. I did like a face laser the other day and my like neck laser. So like, and then I have to like really cover my skin. We don't want sun damage, but also the best way to get vitamin D is to go in the fucking sun. So this is my quote unquote perimenopausal meltdown is that like now I have to like take all these vitamin D vitamins, which I will, but from my understanding, the best way to get vitamin D is to literally go out into the sun. So I'm wearing like 50 SPF on my face and hats and sunglasses all the time, but then like the rest of my body, I'm just going out into the sun, just like letting it ride. So we'll
My
see how it
vitamin D has
goes.
been very strange. It's either like incredibly low or way high. Like I cannot get a middle ground on my vitamin D.
Oh,
Yeah. And I take a vitamin D
interesting.
supplement
Hi.
every day and it's mixed with my fish oil. I take it. I've been
Okay.
taking it for 13 years, part of my kidney disease
Yeah,
protocol. And
I said I have to take
yeah,
fish
but
oil
it's
too.
chronically either very low or very high. There is no middle ground on my vitamin D. It's the weirdest thing. I also have a vaccine that I just
That's
can't, like, my body doesn't take. So, like, I'll come back with, like, oh, you don't have this vaccine, whatever it's called. You say,
me. It was like my hepatitis vaccines. Like I think it was like hepatitis B. And I went to a doctor one time and they're like, you're not showing the like hepatitis
antibodies.
B
Yeah.
vaccine. I was like, well, antibodies. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I had it because you had to have all the vaccines to get
Right.
through school.
Well, I don't think they were
You know
doing all
what
the
I mean?
hepatitis
Like, so I'm
vitamins
sure,
vaccines when we were in school. I think that came later.
but even through college, I think I
Yeah.
had to have them. I don't know. But I was like, I think I did. She's like, sorry, I got to plug in. She's like, yeah, you don't have it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I thought I did. But she said, I had a doctor say the same thing. You can like, your body can just
Yeah.
process it out, I
Every time I
guess.
had a
I don't
baby,
know.
they would run this like set of labs and they're like, you don't have this vaccine
Oh,
antibodies. And I was like, okay, well, I'll take the vaccine right now. And then I'd get the vaccine and then I'd have the next baby and they'd run it again. And again, it would show me that I didn't have the vaccine antibodies. And I'm like, well, apparently I'm just not going to have those antibodies because my body doesn't like that vaccine.
your
What?
body's just like
Yeah. Weird.
processing it out, like just
Yeah.
detoxing it out.
Other
That's so
body updates, you
interesting.
guys. this is my like chronic, like I went to the
Okay. I
emergency
like
room
it.
in January, and this is the gross one that
Yeah.
we've been talking about. So fast forward if you hate it, but I had the uterine ablation like 2 years ago, and it worked for like 6 months, and then I started bleeding a little bit again, and then I started bleeding 10 days before I went to the emergency room. So this was like middle of January. I started bleeding, and I went to the emergency room in like chronic pain, not chronic, but like excruciating pain, and they
Mhm.
were like, well, it's probably just the blood building up above your ablation. Your ablation failed. You've got blood above your ablation. It's adding like pressure and inflammation, and that's where the pain's coming from. Well, I bled from middle of January until the beginning of June. So nonstop, every single day,
That is
every
not
single
okay
day
with
bleeding,
me.
but I wasn't in pain
Oh
anymore.
my
The
God.
pain went away. And so I'm like, been trying to figure out what's going on. My doctor put me on birth control. We've tried 2 different types of birth control since January to try and stop the bleeding, but I bled through the whole time, even though I was on birth control that should make you not bleed. Well, what I have decided happened was that day I went to the emergency room, the scarring that was like keeping all the blood blocked above my ablation broke through.
Yeah.
That is what happened that day, because then I was losing all that blood that had been accumulating. Well, then in the beginning, end of May, beginning of June, I was like, well, Alex, talking to him about it, I'm like, on birth control, I have no sex drive. My husband smells gross to me. Like, there's
Hmm.
so many things about it. And I just was really not feeling myself. And so this like May or June, I was like, okay, I've been bleeding every day. The whole point of the birth control was to not bleed. I'm still bleeding. I'm just going to stop taking the birth control at this point.
Right.
I'm just going to have like a period, and we're coming off the birth
Yeah.
control. It's not
Sounds
working.
terrible.
So I'm just going to, and I go see her on tomorrow, actually, my doctor. But I'm like, I'm just going to stop and we'll see. Well, I have a full normal period when I come off the birth control, and then the bleeding stopped. I think that like pushed the remainder of whatever was like left over in me out. And now, and then I just had an MRI last week because that was scheduled as part of this like investigation. And I've been having MRIs and ultrasounds, and each one is showing like significant fluid above the spot. So the blood that was accumulating up there. Then I just had the MRI, and it notes significantly less fluid in that cavity. And so I think that I cleared all of that now, and now I'm not in pain, and I've stopped bleeding. And I go see my doctor
Oh.
tomorrow. I'll tell her my theory. But like, she was ready to give me a hysterectomy.
Uh,
So, guys, do your own
I mean,
experiments.
this shit is wild. Well, and also like trust your own like knowingness about your body, right? Like trust yourself about
Mhm.
your own body. I think when you have those hunches or you have those theories, like there's only so much, like doctors can only make judgments based off the information that they have. And that's something when I did this health panel um in the beginning of the year, we had with Indy Maven, we did this health panel with all these female physicians, like head of endocrinology, head of OBGYN, blah, blah, blah. And they were all just like, you gotta tell us stuff, right? Like you have to, it's like the idea of advocating for yourself, but it's like the physicians don't always make the right diagnosis, and there's like whatever that, but if you get a good physician, you also have to tell them all of this stuff and not feel weird about telling them all this stuff, because otherwise they don't have the full picture of what's going on, and the imaging will only look at certain
Well,
things,
and
and
like,
the
when are you getting
you know
the
blood work will
imaging,
only
and
show
like
certain
what's
stuff
happening
or
at that
whatever.
time? And
Right.
you'll this is the thing I
Right.
definitely learned like when I got sick initially, is like, it is called practicing medicine. It is a practice. They are practicing it. They don't
Yes.
know everything. They know what they've learned in medical school and what they've anecdotally experienced in their own practices and from people. And then information
Right.
changes all the time, research changes all the time, we have new discoveries. Like, that is science. This We believe this to be true until this has been proven differently, and things are proven differently all the time. Like, they haven't even
Right.
studied women, like they're just starting to study women and women's health. Like,
Yeah.
this is insanity,
Yeah.
but this is the way it is. And so, very much like, yes, listen to your body, ask additional questions, get additional opinions, do research, talk to other women, like, figure out your own shit and go in with your opinion, and don't feel bad
Yeah.
challenging a doctor or asking additional questions. Just don't feel bad about that. Just do that, because it's your body. They don't have to live with
Right.
it.
And if your physician
Shitty.
is pushing back on that,
If
then
a
get a
doctor does
new
not want you to
physician.
have a second opinion, run. They should be encouraging you to do that.
Well, think about the fact that we used to like put leeches on people and be like, this is how we heal
I
shit.
wonder if that would get rid of
Like,
the turkey
I mean,
chin. Let's try that.
uh, so here's what it is. It's like, it's okay. It's my new obsession, and I think I need to like chill out about it. But like, let me live, okay? It's genetic, first of all. It's genetic. My dad has it. My aunt has it. My cousins have it. I like it's literally genetic. And I've had this like uh, basically what I call like a turkey neck, even when I was very thin, because it's just genetic. Like I can think of like looking at my wedding pictures going, "Oh my God, I wish I had like," it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's not really like a turkey neck, kind of it is now that I'm old, but like before it was just like this like triangle. Like I don't have like I wish this just would come back.
Is there just not
Nobody, if you're watching YouTube, this makes
elasticity in
sense.
that
But
skin right there? It's not like pulled tight against your
there is,
chin?
it does, but there's yeah, so this is just like
Okay.
loose skin here now. It's not even like fat. It's just like loose skin. And there's still elasticity in there, but there's nothing other than like removing it that's gonna like pull it back
Okay. Well, I
that.
just want you to know that I've never looked at you and felt like you
So
had a turkey neck. And so just know that.
it's in that yeah, thank you. Thank you. But that, it's so funny because it's not about anybody
Right.
else, right?
Yes.
It's about me. It's about and that's like how things I think should be is like what makes you feel good? What makes you feel comfortable? And like not, oh my God, everybody's telling me I have a turkey neck. It's more just like, here's the thing that's making me feel uncomfortable about myself. Or also, maybe
I'm
it
going to
doesn't.
tell
I don't,
you,
it's not like I'm like, oh, I don't want to go out in public because I have a turkey neck. I don't honestly care that much, but it is something that bothers, it is something that I notice and I don't like to have attention on my body
I'm
in
going to
that
tell you
way.
the same thing I tell one of my children all the time. All my children, actually, but one of them more than others is like, your brain does lie to you. You can't believe everything your brain tells
Yeah.
you.
No shit.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're anything like me, like literally the things about my body that bother me only bother me when I'm looking in the mirror. When I'm like out in the world, like doing things, these
Yes.
things don't cross my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I wish I had an arm lift while
No.
I'm out in the world doing things. Like I don't think about it unless I'm
Yes.
actually in the moment
Correct.
looking at it. It
Correct.
doesn't bother me. And so that's great.
It's, well, and I think part of our society now is like I'm on film
Yeah.
so much more. I'm on camera so much more. I'm on film so much more. We don't even have film anymore, but you know what I
Video.
mean? Like you
Yeah.
see videos of yourself or pictures of yourself
That's
so
true.
much more that there is so much more attention on how you look, how you feel about yourself. And again, it's not like I feel bad about myself. It's a very interesting thing. It's not like I like walk around all day and I'm like, oh man, I have low self-esteem because I have a turkey neck. I don't feel that way. I think for me, sometimes it's like, oh, what's the thing I can improve
Yeah.
on now? And maybe that's
We
it.
always need something.
I don't know. But also, like, yeah, we always need something. It's like it's just a little game that the other thing, and I know we have to wrap up. This is just a bullshit episode of us talking randomly,
I
which I
think
think
feels
people like.
probably
But if they
relatable. Yeah,
don't,
you
they
guys can
don't.
fast
That's okay
forward
too.
to the end here. But go ahead. What else, Colleen?
Okay, so here's the other thing that I maybe I said this before, but I was having this feeling like, man, all these women look like so beautiful and so young, and like I don't think I look old at all, but I'm always like, oh, I wish I had that really nice skin, right? And so then I had this epiphany that, and I've said this I think before, it's like if I'm not doing the work to have the nice, clean, clear skin, I can't just feel bad about not having the nice, clean, clear skin, right? Like I think about all these women out there and they're like, oh yeah, they look great. And this is all people you see either in person or in social media or whatever. And it's like, okay, but what I'm not realizing is that lady is religious about their skin, her skincare
And
routine
has
day
been
and
for a
night.
decade.
She's also probably getting lasers and has since for a decade. They've been getting lasers multiple times a year. Is using prescription grade medical face creams and bullshit like this. Like it's people are investing in this is something that some people invest in. Some people are just born this way and love that for them, but most are not. But I can't have expect to have those results if I'm not also putting that work into it. So that's where this is where my new like obsession with buying shit on TikTok is happened because I'm just like, well, maybe I should just like see if this works, see if that
Let me
works,
put
see
this
if
a
that
different way
works.
for you.
It's a fun
If
hobby to
you
have.
want
It's a
to
fun
win the
hobby.
lottery, and you never buy a lottery ticket, you will
Yeah, you
never
gotta
win the
play.
lottery.
You can't have full-time results on part-time
It is. There it is. All
work.
right. Well, we're going to leave you at that, ladies and
So
ladies.
there it is. That's all
We
we got.
appreciate you hanging in there. I hope you feel seen and that some of this was relatable to you. And if it was, like, please
Oh,
comment
yeah.
and tell us what you think. Or if you hate us, send us a private message.
Yeah.
Don't put that on our public shit or we'll be mad at you. Okay. Actually, haters are
Well, just
fine.
sad,
It's
I think.
fine. It's just
Just
helps
hurt
our
feelings. So they
algorithm.
haters build the algorithm.
All right, guys,
It's
hang in
true.
there. We love you. Keep doing it
Okay.
right. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Great job. That's a wrap. Thank you for joining us on this journey of laughter, life, and growth. Please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you found value in today's conversation, we'd be thrilled if you would leave us a review on your favorite platform. Your feedback means the world to us.
And don't forget to share this podcast with your friends, family, and anyone who could use a good laugh and some practical insight into navigating the challenges and triumphs of our minds, body, soul, and business. And remember, you're not alone on this path to success. We're right here with you every step of the way.
Remember, we're doing this right.
Right?